we go. So it has begun. Here it comes. Getting close. Can you all feel it? More Hex is very excited. William Farley, is the live event permanently on at 11 now? No. William, it's based on your clocks. My clock doesn't change. It's always 10 p.m. for me. But you guys who live north of the border decide that you want to move your clocks around. That's cray-cray. Hex pumping? Nice. Yep, I wish fiat would hurry up. Me too. It's the final countdown. Pulse is coming out. Here we go. Yes, sir. Backman. Hello, Simon. Westcroft Crypto Pulse X will 1000x. Wow. I hope so. Congrats if you DCA last fall or earlier this year. Enjoy the ride. Damn straight. AC's kind of chilly. Yes, if you DCA, congratulations. Hello, Sarah. Ted says, damn, those thumbnails are getting good. Hey, everybody. Hey, Ted. Always feel like we haven't got enough. Excited to see my first bull. It's going to be fun, Ted. It's been a long wait since July 2021, but it's well worth waiting for. I hope so. Remember this testnet, though. Testnet. Dang, just looked at the hex chart. That went up quick. Here comes 10 cents. Yep. Hey, Randy, reporting for class. Thanks for all you do, brother. You're welcome, TexHex. You ready for V3, Randy? Let's go. I'm not sleeping tonight. Sleep like a baby. I told you guys, my play is pretty simple. I'm just looking for a couple of the ratio trades. If I get a couple of those good ratio trades, I'll do it. But overall, I'm not doing anything when testnet comes. All right. Before we get any further, we got 69 viewers, perfect time. Boom. All right, so this is what's going on. Richard tweeted, this was 8:30 my time, so an hour and a half ago. Pulse Chain and PulseX.com version 3 testnet is coming along great. AMM bot has finished running. Block Explorer indexers are feeding off the Aragon archive nodes. Lighthouse, Prism, and Geth are working fine too. Now reviewing the new validator onboarding process. Awesome. Awesome. And then on top of that, a man goes and says, when PulseChain.com testnet v3 launches, that it will also count as your warning that mainnet could launch at any time. I really would love to see everyone enjoying their free coins as soon as possible. Fingers crossed. Fair warning. Fair warning. Oh, look at Hex. Look what Hex has done. Would you just look at that? Ethereum's up 45.75%, Bitcoin's up 67.47%, and Hex is up 395% since January 1st. Cha-ching, motherfuckers, cha-ching. All right, so that's where we stand. I'm hoping that we get this going soon. I don't really care about testnet v3. The thing for testnet v3 for me is that I want to practice. I want to get in there. I want to do limit orders. I want to play with PulseX. I want to do the one-sided staking. I want to see how everything works. Hopefully fiat and Power City and liquid loans all have their testnets working as well, so we can see how that stuff works. Corey's like, 10 cent incoming. Yes, it is. Hey, Peppy. Hey, Randy. How's my paisano? Missed you yesterday. Aw, buddy. Appreciate you. Good evening. Australian Stu says, let's see 10 cent on your stream, then the candle's lit in 10 days. Yet again, he tweets before you stream. I think it's the last thing He must do this in the middle of the night, right? So if he's, I speculate that he's in Northern Europe. So means he's going to be like, if I'm 10, he's going to be 5 a.m., 4 a.m., something like that. I peed. Westcott Crypto, can I get a pulse chain girl? Oh my god. I hope it not take 2 more weeks after this tweets and the price will get hurt bad. Well, that's what happens. You know. We could this t-shirt's so funny because you got the pulse and then it flatlines. Well, I hope we don't flatline. Let's get this thing going. Yes, Thomas. Good day, putting guru. It's beautiful in Hexago. Yes, it is. A small spider. Feels good. Damn, this pump. That's right, Warhammer. Looking good. We were just on a call. We were just doing our call for no permissions, and we were discussing how things are looking. It's kind of nuts. Speaking of, and we run my little shill there. If you guys aren't in the no permissions group yet, jump on in. Hex, Pulse Chain, and PulseX will all do astronomical gains. Yep. But my bet, I know Pulse Chain's it's a no-brainer, right? But my bet on Shock and Awe is going to be PulseX. Shock and Awe. Hey, Ben. You're welcome, sir. Hola, Jose. Good morning, Sandeep. Bring on V3. Need the practice. Exactly. That's all I care about for V3 is practice. I want to see how quick everything is. I want to see how just certain functions work before the launch. Please, Ted. Thank you, guys. Please. Even Poly and Maxi are pumping. Really? Yeah, Poly's 502566. Oof. Crypto Compassion. Good to see you, sir. I think if there's another leg down for crypto, it would be great for Pulse Chain to front run it. The rest of crypto will see it thriving while they experience more pain than naturally migrate over. His Excellency. Those are very true words, and I totally expect that to happen. Now, is crypto overall going to have a leg down? We're having bail-ins right now. We're having bailouts, because SVB got bailed in. I think Credit Suisse got bought out or bailed out. I have no idea how it's all working. There's so many things happening around the world with the banks. So I expect inflation to start heating up again and get nuts. So that bodes well for crypto. But I don't think the bull market's starting already. I just don't see it. That's not how it works. The 4-year cycles don't work like that. Usually it's 1 year before the Bitcoin halving when things just get going. They don't start off like this. This looks like we're still in the suckers rally. Not much we can do about it though. What do you want to hold dollars? I don't want to hold dollars. Do you want to hold gold? Gold is great, but gold's not going to make you rich. Gold will just protect your wealth. But in times like this, you see what crypto is doing. You see what Hex is doing. We're up over 5x now. Cha-ching. Seriously, cha-ching. Where else are we going to get these kind of gains? You could do real estate, but right now, getting loans and stuff, it's going to be tough. But this is the time to make money in real estate, right, Corey? When the prices are getting expensive. The rates are getting expensive. Let's see. Clintrons. I wonder if V3 is Pulse Chain. And you go, Reagan, I don't think so. We were just talking about that. Warhammer and I were just talking about it about an hour ago. Thinking, what if Pulse Chain, what if he just goes ahead and bypasses the testnet and goes straight to Pulse Chain mainnet? Well, he just kind of confirmed in that tweet that he's not going to do that. So he's just telling you, look, You might not have V3 for very long. You might only have it for a couple weeks, and then boom, I slam you with a real one. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Cha-ching. I need V3s to spin up a validator node. That's right. Hey, that's in crypto. Good to see you, sir. I just started crypto last November. Looking forward to my first bull run. Last November? Ben, geez, you got it in a good time. Wow. Crypto compassion. Everyone's banging all over the place. I jumped in Polly's call the last 10 minutes chat and Telegram once it's operational. I jumped on Polly's call. Who's Polly? PLS and PLSX will release during the stream. FMX, that would be some shit, wouldn't it? Hey, I was streaming with Discord Syndicate when we had the Uniswap airdrop. So wouldn't it be something if it happened again? We all wake up to 15-cent hex calling it now. Jeez. 15-cent hex. I need to see more amped Randy DDM10. Oh God, I'm amped. Good to see you all. Hey, Hex Monkey. Yeah, I am amped, but we've been burned so many times. So, you know, have you ever heard that saying, once bitten, twice shy? Well, I'm kind of twice shy. This reminds me from what I heard of the true Hex OGs. I'm Hex OG only because I got on day one, but there's guys who were with Richard for almost the whole 2 years he was developing Hex Bitcoin, or Bitcoin Hex, whatever he called it. And in the Telegram, got to know him, did all that stuff. Those guys to me were the real OGs because they were in there waiting for Pulse Chain. So, excuse me, we're going to be like those kind of people in the future. We're like, man, we were in the Telegram chat when I opened back in August 2021 or July 2021, whenever he launched it. Epic run soon, bro. Finex told me. All right. Morning, Randy. Exciting time to be in crypto. Ending of bear market very near. May or September launch, I'll say. Sure. Yeah, Randy, good stuff happening. Hey, yeah, let's up and go. That's right. Yep. Can you imagine it just goes from test to main? LOL, it's crazy. That's what that tweet sounds like. It sounds like he's not going to take long. Just let's get out there and let's try to break it. And if we can break it, then good. Here we go, 10 cent next. Hey, Sandy. Good to see you. Alaska fisherman. Believe it or not, people are still buying houses with these crazy interest rates. It's just crazy, but people want to sell when things are high. It's understandable. Yep, that's exactly it. But now is the time when you buy a house when the prices start going down and the rates are high, because in the future, it might not be right away, but say 5-10 years from now when the cycle repeats and then the rates get really cheap again, then you sell, and then you refinance at a cheaper rate. And then you go use that money to go buy more real estate or something like that. Corey, that might be oversimplified, but that's Randy's version. Because I'm not a real estate guru. Oh, God. Daily piss slots until PLS launch. FMX. No. Need to chill a little bit on the slots. Oi, oi. Hey, Chris. Good to see you. Hello. Am I? I'm Bello. I'm looking good. Hey, what's up, Chris? Hello, believe in yourself. Good to see you. Crypto compassion. Looking good, Randy. Stay strong, community. Thank you. Wendy Shift. I haven't seen you in a while. Do you think the imminent launch of PLS is read early for the overall macro environment right now? The macro environment is terrible. If you're looking for a terrible time to do something, this is it. But look what happens in terrible times. We had the stock market collapse in 2001, the tech bubble, Amazon and all that. You could buy all that stuff on the cheap, and then you just wrote it up for 10 years and you'd be a billionaire, right? Well, this is your opportunity. This is the tech bubble popping, and we're in it. And we could do very well over the next 10 years. Melv Tony. Since the time change, you're my bedtime story now. That's funny shit. Oh my God. 939. Wow. Do you know how the Maximus DAO current airdrop and snapshot work? I have no idea. No idea. You talking about the pool party? Might want to go on the pool party website or go into their Telegram. 50 cents? Yeah, wouldn't that be something? Yo, 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 good evening, familia Umberto. I will feel pretty good to get back above 10 cents, a large psychological barrier for most people. Yeah, yep. That once we get past 10 cents, 50 cents is definitely in the cards. Greg the Duck has initiated Operation Fluffy Socks. I love what? Yep, my guest launch is at the end of the year, August to December. If I'm wrong, I'll be happy to admit it during Randy's live. All right. August to December. That's a wide range. Randy, hope you have a good sized bag of PLSX and hacks. Would like more PLS. Any advice for a strategy at launch? ERC20s. That's the best thing you could do. Just stock up on ERC20s, the top 200 coins, and move them into PLS at launch. I would not be holding hex to get the copy in order to get Pulse Chain at launch. That trade is going to be very crowded. Something I was told, if I discover I know a great deal and get the nod to search for investors, I would just need to on referral to be very nicely in the book. Didn't understand that. Believe in yourself. Sorry. All right. So about the cover image tonight. So something happened to me today that was alarming to say the least. I had to go check my draws afterwards. So I come to my computer, and for some reason, LastPass, my LastPass password manager was requiring me to sign in. And I'm like, why, right? Like, why is my LastPass requiring me to sign in? And this happens occasionally. It would happen like every 6 months or so. And it's been probably 6 months. So I was really annoyed because I needed to go do something. I couldn't because my password wouldn't fill, and I couldn't find my paper with the LastPass password, my master password. And I have this paper, and I've kept it safe now for probably 10 years. I've been using LastPass. I use the premium LastPass. I know they got hacked, so I was planning on ditching them anyways. I was going to move to another service. So I'm looking around. I can't find the paper. I'm looking in my safe. I'm looking all over the place. I'm like, what the fuck? Where did my paper go? Then I'm starting to shake. I'm like, okay, I have no access to any sites, anything. I don't know the passwords of anything because I save it all on my LastPass. So I thought to myself, okay, let's try something. Let's restart the computer and see what happens. I restarted the computer. LastPass is back on. Like, that's bizarre. All right. So LastPass is back on. I said, so let me go and copy down my password again. Well, they don't let you. You can only take your password down. You can do a password reset, but in order to get a password reset, you have to have your old password. I'm like, oh, God dang, what am I going to do? All right, so I went and I got something called Keeper Password Manager. It's supposed to be one of the best password managers. So now, if you guys wonder why I wasn't in much in the no permissions Telegram chat today or much on social media, it's because all day long I was taking my passwords and moving them from LastPass to Keeper Password Manager. What a day I had. So I was so annoyed, but I was thankful that when I turned my computer back on, I was able to get in. So the cover image is breaking the vault. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was like, I still haven't found the paper. So I was in full-on panic mode for about 30 minutes before I thought about the idea to just turn off my computer, turn it back on, and somehow the LastPass will work in again. Yeah, so ditching LastPass. Not because of what the incident, because of what I did, just because what had happened. They've had 2 hacks in the last year. My file, nothing that I had any issues. The hackers would have had to have your password, your your master password to get into your account, but their database was hacked. So I didn't worry, but that's enough reason to ditch them. So I went with Keeper, Keeper Password Manager. So they're supposed to be the best, or one of the best. So that was my day. And pretty scary stuff, I must say. I had over 480 websites that I had passwords to, and I had to delete all the ones. There was websites I hadn't seen, hadn't even opened in over 10 years. So I deleted all those. I got down to about 300, and I'm about halfway through filling in all my passwords. So after I get done talking to you guys, back to work. FOMO pants on, Randy. Yes, I totally agree. Put those FOMO pants on. Randy, is the right mic on? You have a bit of an echo. Really? Let me see. It should be fine. I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know. Last pass is suspect. Last pass is sus. Yeah, it sure is. Uh-oh. 9-4. Oh, back to 9-3-8. Those panic events are the worst. Yeah, because you're in crypto, you're your own bank, right? And I've been literally carrying this paper around with me for a decade. That's in crypto. Yes, please. Smash likes, please. Damn, Hex is on fire. Wow, you got action in the fish tank. They must know Hex is pumping. I haven't had the light on in the tank for a couple days because of the algae. I don't want algae to build up. And yeah. So you got the shrimp and they're all over the place. Paper flew out the window behind you. No way. Oh, jeez. I hear what you're saying. The thing is, I have a 5-year-old, and he could have easily taken it and done something with it, right? Or the cleaning lady could have picked it up and did something with it. I just use Google for passwords with 2FA. Maybe not the best, but at least if they screw up, half the world's passwords are screwed too, not just mine. That's right, Michael. I use 2FA for everything too, by the way. Even your social media, your Twitter, if you use Facebook, I don't use Facebook, your Google accounts, everything. Set up 2FA on everything. Just one extra layer of precaution. I feel that I had the same thing happen to me. Did you increase the number of iterations of your master password? It had been set to 10,000, 100,000. I think they recommend 600,000. I don't know about what the iterations are, but I made it really big. My password was ridiculous. The new one. Hex being listed on sex seems to lower our transparency score on nomics, to be expected as more sexless hex. Really? Really? So it lowered our transparency score. What can we do? What can we do? 2FA is the way. Yes, it is. All right. Let's look at the charts. All right. Bitcoin. We have move this over a little bit. 27,780. Man, Bitcoin's having a nice little ride. Look how beautiful everything is. So beautiful. And the weekly, not as beautiful, but still looks good. The only thing here is that the moving averages need to flip over. And the daily looks beautiful still. Goodness. Man, could we be actually starting the bear market? Let's look at the AI, see what the AI says. The AI says go. Okay. Ethereum. Look at that. Ethereum's flying. Doing good. 1750. DI is looking good. We have greed. Okay. It's getting kind of boring, guys. Every day is the same pretty much. Everything's looking good. Very similar to Bitcoin on the weekly and on the daily. Oh, we had that sell yesterday, and that is confirmed. So maybe we'll head back down. We will see. And Hex, look at that. I say it's here. It says 9.16, but this is reading from Uniswap version 2. Yeah, everything looks good. Let's look at the weekly. Wow. How beautiful is that? Green, green, red, green, 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 red, green, 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 green. This is awesome. Look at this. Everything's beautiful here. And on the daily, well, yesterday we had a red, and look at this, right back to a green. That's badass. That's all because of one tweet. One tweet caused this. Amazing. Let's see on the hourly, just because I'm interested. Wow. So we went up by the tweet to 9 point. Remember, this is Uniswap version 2. 9.7. Now we're back down to 9.1. Interesting. Hedron. Look at Hedron's pumping too. Hedron's up to 50272, and it went as high as 503. So everything looks good with the Hedron. Look at the hourly. Okay, not as pretty, but it's still it's going up little by little with lower highs. I mean higher lows. That's it. That's all we need to look at. All right. Oops, forgot the 2FAs away. Where were we? Sarah, I do sometimes. Yep, sure is. Surf Shark, I think it's called, the one I use. Let me see. Surf Shark, yep. It works good. Lost Child. Good to see you, sir. In fact, we slid all the way down to 201. B-flow. I have to use this one. I had wanted to make a private one, but distractions have been powerful lately. What are we talking about? Believe in yourself. Sometimes I think that you think I know what you're thinking. Privacy nodes are the way. Security is a spectrum, as the great Steph from Staker app says. Yes. Security is a spectrum. Absolutely. Can you go into a little more detail regarding the hex for Pulse Busy Swap on Pulse chain, please? Hey, Chop and Brock. Can you go into a little more detail regarding the hex for Pulse Busy Swap? What's the busy? What does busy mean? Is that after launch? I need a little bit more information. Staker's awesome. 9.2. Oops. Where'd it go? Hex Moz doing faces and stuff. Peace out, brother, and always enjoy your live. Alaska Fisherman, you have a good night. Long-time lurker, first time chiming in. What's up, Brandy and Pulse? Hey, Dr. Shrimp. Dr. Shrimp. Checking in from Puerto Rico. T-Bird? Yeah, Statecraft's badass. That's good to see him. Okay, all right. So, what is that question that you wanted answered about the busy swap on Pulse chain? What does that mean? Can you do a little bit more detail regarding the hex for Pulse busy swap on Pulse chain? Oh, I know what you mean. Okay, I get what he means. I figured it out. All right. So Pulse chain was announced in August of, or July of 2021. In July, it'll be 2 years. All right. So over 18 months now, we've had the narrative that people buy Hex prior to the launch of Pulse chain in order to get the copy. And then they'll use their copied Hex in order to buy Pulse. It's a crowded trade. Crowded is the word I use, not busy, but you get it. So imagine that we have 100,000 people all buying Hex in order to buy some Pulse chain when it launches. That's what I call a crowded trade. A much less crowded trade would be buying Matic or buying Shiba Inu or something like that, so that you get your copies on Pulse chain. You sell those in the first hour or two in order to pick up Pulse, because they're all going to have liquidity. with the AMM bot. We just don't know how much liquidity is going to be. So hopefully with Testnet version 3 Pulse Chain, we're going to have the AMM bot. And we're going to be able to see what the ratios are going to look like. So it'll behoove you to, the second that version 3 launches, get in there, start playing with it, because you want to see what the ratios are going to be. Now, frankly, I wouldn't even mess around too much on day 1 and day 2 unless you're really experienced and you've got the money to do it, because it's a good way to get wrecked. Ratio trading can be dangerous because all you have to do is put in 1 too many zeros or 1 short, 1 zero too less, not enough, and you'll get your whole bag wrecked. So be careful doing it. Yeah, it's gonna, just think about all these people rushing through a small little door and trying to get this trade. And I just think it's dangerous. I don't recommend. I'm probably I think other people are starting to wake up to it, but I think I was the first one that came out with it and started telling folks, look, this doesn't look like a safe trade. I wouldn't be counting on this in order to pick up my pulse, because everyone and their brother is thinking about doing the same thing. So the better option is to pick up ERC20s. And if that's what you want to do, if the idea is to get Pulse Chain at the launch, then ERC20s. Another option is have stables ready after the launch so that you can bridge those in, and stables or Ethereum or whatever. Bridge those in after the 48 hours to be able to buy as much Pulse Chain as you want. There's a trade there too. So that one's a little bit more complicated, but you might be able, I'm going to respect my Patreon group, my No Permissions Patreon group. We don't need to say everything that we talk about publicly that we talk about privately. So if you want to know about those strategies, just join the Patreon, patreon.com/no permissions. We talk about it every week. Every Thursday, we come up with new strategies to help maximize our capabilities once Pulse Chain launches. Because I don't want to be in a crowded trade. I don't recommend anybody else do it either. There you go. Hey, Randy said that it will be busy because everyone will be trying to do it. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Ray, good to see you. Can you tell us your honest perspective of your experience with Epic Cash? All right, so that was my last project. That was the last one that I launched. And that was in 2019, right before Hex. It's a privacy coin, Mimblewimble, coin join. So it's really good. It was a fork of some other, I can't remember the name now. Geez, it's been so long. 21 million tokens. I like it better than Monero and stuff like that. It's probably one of the better privacy coins. But they have issues. They have issues like not listed on many exchanges, difficulty to learn it. It's not simple to use. Once you learn it, it's great because you have total privacy. But I have a friend who I bought his coins for him under 5 cents, and he's got over almost $250,000 Epic Cash that I bought for him back in the day. And he's just sitting on them because he thinks Epic Cash is the greatest thing since sliced bread. The founder, I do not like. We had a falling out big time. And I knew him from back in my old, remember I told you guys I had a Facebook group with about 60 investors in it, 60 traders and investors. A lot of the crypto projects that you guys know started in my group. Blockchain Chick and her husband were in my group, and a couple other people. Really powerful group. And so Epic Cash started out of my group. And the founder, he's not really, I don't know. I wouldn't trust him at all. So, but he can't control the coin anymore because the coin's free and out in the market. All he can do is be a mouthpiece. He goes by the name Max Freeman. So, that's it, Ray. Love the coin. I don't like the founder. Face fuchsia, tongue out. Randy said it would be busy. Yep. Everyone's trying to get in through that one. Swapping hex for pulse. That's going to be a tough trade. Can you go into a little bit more detail regarding the hex for pulse swap on Pulse Chain, please? You said that earlier that it may be very active. There you go. That's what I just went through. Yep. Not just very active, but a whole bunch of people trying to do it at one time. And you know what that's going to cause? Slippage. And people are going to get wrecked. Your tin top. Sound good now that after you moved it. Okay. Rothschild's having fun with his face fuchsia tongue out. Matic won't copy, will it? It's a different chain. I believe. Aren't they still on Ethereum? They still have a version on Ethereum. They've been wrong. Just blurting stuff out. On the radio trading, what is the token you want more of? On the ratio trading, what is the token you want more of? P-Hex. P-Hex. I want more P-Hex. I have enough Pulse Chain. I have enough Pulse X. I'd like to get some more P-Hex. Hey, Russ. How you doing? Jesus Mel put a fan on that thing. What? Lost Child, you been drinking? Hot if you hex. You know what I mean? I want to make sure I got it. So, hex came all the way back down to 9 cents. Had a little run and then it slowed right down. In the last year and a half, I had at least 20 of my 70 onboards disappear, and at least 8 different guys look at me deadly serious and say, "Sorry, the dream is dead." Really? And now, look at me now. If everyone comes in to sell P-Hex to PLS, would that leave more cheap P-Hex on the other side of the trade? Yes, Billy Boy. And that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm watching out for. But I want you guys to know, because of that crowded trade, that you might have a really good opportunity to pick up some P-Hex on the other side. Good to catch you live. Can you comment on the project that would facilitate fiat purchases? That is the one out of Australia. I can't remember the name, but they're still working on it. And I know that they do have some hiccups because of the issues with the banking system right now. So Coast is the company. They're working on that. So let's see what happens with Coast. They said they're going to keep us informed. Just follow their Twitter and they should let us know. Hey, Ray Love, I really appreciate your opinion, so thank you. It means a lot to me. No problem. It's hard doing it live too, because I might get clipped. Somebody will send it to Max Freeman. He'll still continue talking shit about me in the private chats of Epic Cash, but yeah. I don't think PRC20s are going to have much PLS purchasing power. They have practically no value at launch. We're waiting for the the bot, AMM bot. Once that comes out, we'll get to kind of see how much tokens are going to be worth, really. That's going to be interesting. TDM10 says, I don't want to play with the big whales. I'm not touching anything. You're right. Sometimes the best play is no play. And the more I think about it, it's the right thing to do. You know, I don't have a ton of Pulse Chain. But if the ratio gets really crazy and say that I could buy 1 hex with 30 pulse, I'll do it for sure. But there's no guarantee that's going to happen. There's going to be other people watching too. Refined hayseed appellation. Cheers. No. You never buy Zen. You mint Zen. That's the only thing you do with Zen. Just mint it. Hello, Maddie. Hey, I like your image there, Maddie. That's cool. Like all the hex colors and stuff. Do you think there will be enough liquidity to get 1 billion Pulse tokens pre-bridge with the ERC20? Excuse me. Mike, 1 billion. Yeah. Because that would be, at the sacrifice, that was like 40 grand, 50 grand worth Yeah, you should be able to do that. Shouldn't be a problem. Do you think there will be a pulse chain on sex? Do you think there will be pulse chain on sex? Yes, absolutely. There's already one sex, one of the big, I think it's OKX or one of those guys that already said that they're going to have pulse chain. Because think about it, all the Ethereum sitting on those exchanges, they're all going to get a copy of one pulse chain for every Ethereum. I know it's not a lot, but a lot of the exchanges also sacrificed it so that they could have pulse chain at launch as well. Is Keeper free for personal use? Let me see. I don't think so. I think I had to pay for it. I paid like $74 for 3 years, but I'm not sure. They might have a free one. Guy at work took 30 grand buying gold, asked if I invested in crypto. He's invested in XRP. Oh, geez, XRP. Mentioned Hex, said, yeah, that one is a good, but go under that. But go under like Bitcoin, the government will take it. Yeah. So he's an ISO 20022 guy, believing that only the government coins are going to survive. I'm not one of those people. I respect everyone in crypto, but XRP people, they drink the funny juice, man. Seriously. Ripple, the company, is helping countries with their blockchains. But XRP, the token, I don't think it's ever going to get, or a coin is ever going to get respect or blow up like it did back in the day. Ooh, sorry. Kind of tired tonight. I'm already chilling. Yeah, that's all we got to do. Not bad. 74 for 3 years. Yeah, that's what it was. $74. What do you think would be a good ERC20 to hold on other than Hex to swap pre-bridge? Yeah, everyone says SHIB. SHIB's going to be a good one. I just said Matic, but I guess you guys got to check if Matic's still an ERC20. But there's anything in the top 100, as long as it's not a stablecoin or Ethereum, you're good. No stablecoins, folks. No Ethereum, because Ethereum's only getting 1-to-1 on the copy. So you want something that's going to you'll be able to sell on the other side and get some money off of it, or get some more pulse off of it. Randy, what's the stablecoin that will be used on Pulse Chain? It will be LUSD from Liquid Loans. That'll be the first one, I think. I do believe Power City is going to have one too. So you'll have both of those. And then after the first 48 hours, we're going to have wrapped USDC, which means you could bring in USDC from the Ethereum blockchain and use that to buy crypto. It might take a bit because people will have to put up liquidity, like PUSDC liquidity pools for Hex and Pulse Chain and PulseX. So that'll take a little bit. But I bet within the first 72 hours, all that stuff will be available. Waters Above seems to be falling into the ISO camp as well. Doesn't think that Hex will survive long term. Yeah. There's a lot of ISO people out there. I can't do it. I can't sell out. Even though I do like Algorand. I think Algorand is going to, if you're looking for a blockchain, you want to buy a coin that's in the ISO 20022, then I would look at Algorand. But, and Quant will be another good one. See, Matic's still in ERC20, is what I thought. Yeah, of course, it's difficult. I had a, oh my God, St. Patty's night, St. Patty's Day. We went to the Irish pub, and I walked up. I was wearing a Hex t-shirt, and some guy yells out in the crowd, "Oh, you're one of those Richard Hart guys." And he proceeded to tell me how I was in a scam, how I was in a Ponzi, how Richard Hart's going to jail in the next 3 months. And I was like, really? Thank you. And I said, you know a lot about Hex, huh? He goes, yeah, I pay attention to Hex. I said, but you don't know me? That was my response. You pay attention to Hex, but you don't know me? Oh, goodness. Do we get a copy of AVAX on Pulse Chain? No, Into the Fire, we do not. AVAX is on its own blockchain. AVAX is a layer 1. Please blow up the likes. Please, Wendy Shift. That ISO narrative gets people caught up. Yeah, I hate to see it because people want the comfort of knowing that government is going to save them. It is a weird, weird thing. I've been seeing so much content on TikTok, especially, telling people to buy these coins because ISO 20022 is the way to go in order to protect your future, because the government is going to ban everything else in crypto except for those 10 or 11 coins, whatever it is. Well, sorry to tell them that we don't need permission from the government to operate. If you guys, say for example, the US makes it illegal to own crypto, they will not, but if they did, you could just move outside the US where it's still being used. Think about it. Dubai's all over crypto. They want to be a hub for crypto. El Salvador, hub for crypto. Panama, hub for crypto. There's a lot of countries that are looking at crypto and saying, oh, this is a great way for us to bring in a lot of wealth into our country. While the US is like, hey, let me just take a shotgun, shoot at my foot. It's like, but ISO 22022 coins are not the answer. Although so many RH haters, so many fools out there. Yeah, wherever it was. Well, I mean, we made friends, and he told me he wanted to contact me so we could chit chat some other time, have coffee. I'm like, great, let's do that. Really? Back up to 9122, 9121. All right. I lost my 11,000 Matic on Celsius. I bought it through. Holy shit! I should have been following your rules, Randy. Yeah. Wow, 11,000 Matic. And it went up to 2. What did Matic peak out at? 2 something? My God. Sorry, Ray. I think you just have to be careful with Matic. It's both on ETH and Polygon. Yes. Yep. Hexakid says, hey, watching on the big screen. Do we get a copy of eFiat? I don't know how that's going to work. I guess we do. We get a copy of everything, right? So, but what does that mean? What does it mean for fiat? I guess they probably already have it worked out. Of course they have it worked out, but I haven't been paying attention too much in their Telegram. But it's going to be interesting to see. eFiat's launching soon, so that's I'm looking forward to see how they do that. 90210. The Patreon is awesome, brother. I was wondering where you were today. Yeah, Randy's scampering to try to fix, because I was thinking, wow, if we lose power today, and what if I can never get back in my LastPass again? I can never access any of these websites. So here am I just going and copying my passwords over to this new password manager. It's an arduous task. Believe me. I had over 600 passwords or something like that. Like 480. It was 480. Good friend of mine has ISO only, and he is so down and won't buy Hex. Yeah. USA wants to scare us away and take over crypto so we can join under them. Yeah, that's exactly how it goes. Problem solver. Randy, I know that you feeling you had today when I got hacked. My 100K, I fell down to my knees and was trembling. Thank God I sacked for PLSX. Jeez. Oh my God. Yeah, that's the feeling. It was. I still had all my codes for crypto and stuff. All that stuff separate. That had nothing to do with the what's going on with LastPass, but just the knowing I would have to go through and spend hours upon hours recovering passwords, contacting sites, and doing all that kind of stuff. It was just a nightmare. And I was just running through the whole time, running that through my head. I'm like, oh my God, what's going to go on? My wife's like, why are you so grumpy? Rockin' Randy, finally caught you live again. The Mr. Max 50, nice. I had to do all the LastPass thing last Christmas. It was so fun. Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right when they got hacked, right? They hacked the second time, and One of the guys that's famous. Oh God, I can't remember his name. He's on Twitter. Used to live in Mexico. He's a friend of my friend. Uh, he's the one that tweeted out, "Hey, everybody in crypto, get off of LastPass immediately." And of course, I blew it off, because I knew it was going to be a lot of work. Well, if I would have done it back then, I did not know that you could simply download the CSV file and from LastPass and upload the CSV into Keeper, and all my passwords would have been brought right over. Jeez, I should have done it that day. Oh God. You're welcome, Mr. Rock Jockey. Couldn't sleep, checked on price, liquidity, and RH tweets. Figures, yep. Hey, look, we're going to have a pump for a little while. This is likely to keep flying for a while. Just get used to it. I can't. Where's the... Okay, we're at 9.17. That's good to see. Hey Randy, I just woke up here in Scotland. What did I miss? Hey Terry Doc. So Richard says that the AMM bot's working. Just doing a couple more things to launch Testnet, and he also said that don't expect Testnet to be around long. Mainnet could come at any moment. That's what he said. So be prepared. Don't sit on your laurels. Let Testnet come out. Practice with it every day until you feel comfortable. And then we can launch this bitch. Let's do it. Yeah, they've had some serious troubles. Funding Jim with Gary Cordone podcast was fire. Got me fired up. He had some tough love for us in crypto and hex. Nice. Turn off Wi-Fi calling on your phones. Oh, for sure. Jeez, I've never used that. LastPass is actually the real last password one will ever use. For sure. 110K Brave browser reset all my bookmarks for a few weeks ago, and that was devastating enough. Not even money involved. See? That's what I'm talking about. I can't imagine if I lost all my bookmarks. As a crypto person, your bookmarks are your savior, because that's how you keep from getting hacked. You keep the same. When I go around the internet, I don't use the search. I don't use Google search or anything like that. I use my bookmarks. That's how I go between sites. That's another way of protecting yourself from getting hacked. I can't imagine using my bookmarks. Man, that would piss me off. Yeah, I'll have to watch that one. Terry Doc, you're welcome. Next party that Richard attends will be insane. I think it'll be crowd surfing. I heard on Telegram you should have 365 days to claim it or gone. Not many video streams about famous fiat, but great project though. I did SAG. Yeah. So Buck is an interesting fellow. You know, he is from the finance world. He's a hedge fund guy he's American but lives in Australia. So fiat's going to have a different ring to it. I really like what they're doing. They definitely picked the two best that I think of they could pick, Aave and Famous, or GMX to copy. So those two projects will do very well. And hopefully they can do the market making well and all that kind of stuff too. I think they could be a sleeper. Fiat could really be one of those good sleepers that we should be in. I hoard tabs. What do you think of the Florida Governor DeSantis declaring he's shutting down CBDCs through the entire state? Well, there's no such thing as CBDCs, Bright Light. So Fed now, the new money that the U.S. government is going to use, the government money, is not a CBDC. It's not a central bank digital currency. It is an instant payment system with that the government just operates. The Federal Reserve operates. That's how they bypass doing CBDCs. The word on the street is that if the U.S. government would have used a CBDC, they would have had to get it passed by Congress. And since they didn't want to do that, they just went the Fed Now way and just had a digital currency that no blockchain involved. So they just screwed us, or screwed Americans. Whereas the rest of the world is actually doing CBDCs and having to go through the legal things to bring in a central bank digital currency using blockchain. I don't know how they're going to get away with this. Firefox updated and wiped my bookmarks, saved passwords, extensions. Good thing I have my seed phrases backed up in the real world. Whew, Samuel, shit. Okay, I haven't checked my Brave, and I did an update of it last week, so I do use Brave for some stuff. But guys, thank you for tonight. I appreciate all of you. You know, it was a stressful day. I need to get some rest. I'll be back tomorrow night, and hopefully we'll have some more good news to deliver. Cheers.